Good evening. I'm Connor.
And I'm Wyatt.
We got some news for you tonight, so cheers. Jumping right into things. DC United is not sucking.
No, they are not.
Vancouver is not sucking.
No, they are not.
And Colorado stopped sucking.
Yes, they did.
They won a game!
FC Dallas.
Against Dallas. Yeah, Dallas is a great team. Fabian Castillo, favorite player in the MLS. Yeah, Colorado ended up winning that game, finally getting their first win of the season, which they needed. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about some games that were pretty crucial to deciding who's where. DC United drew this week against New York Red Bulls. They're still leading the East with 10 points, which is fairly good, but Orlando City is right behind them. Orlando City is Kaká, who's leading their team, and taking them to a third place standing in the East is really good for a team that's just starting out. Zero experience in the MLS. Previous USL experience, not with many of the players, in fact, very few, and the fans are really loving it. I mean, they're attracting a huge crowd. It's great to see some budding franchise do so well. New York City FC, on the other hand, should speak for themselves. They're in 7th, right under playoff contention, and that is possibly because they are missing the wanker of the century, Frank Lampard. Lampard is definitely would be. I think they would. Yeah, of course. I mean, Lampard. He's a great player, and even though he's like hitting like 85 now or 86, he's like a great grandfather. He could definitely do some damage for them in a good way.
The same way goes for the LA Galaxy.
Yes, Stefan.
They need
Steph Curry, Gerrard, Stefan. Oh yes. The LA Galaxy in 7th in the West definitely needs someone like Steven to come over and kick things into gear. I mean, he's not really doing much for us just because he's nearing the end of his career. Excellent career. Greatest one of the greatest English players of all time. No one can deny that. And I think if he goes to Los Angeles, he can definitely do a lot of great things for them. He's good on the ball, makes great passes, and can shoot like a cannon. Yes. Speaking of the Premier League, why don't we talk about El Manchester Derby?
Manchester Derby was
it was awesome.
Not too exciting.
It was excellent.
It was interesting.
Every day Man City drops points and Liverpool gains points is a great week.
In the grand scheme of things, though, Man United winning 4-2 at pretty much, not that far into the game is not that exciting.
Not that exciting. I was very happy.
To me, I wish it had been back-to-back goals.
Pellegrini is losing his mind. Man City is going down the tubes, and Liverpool's going to make the Champions League.
No, they're not.
Yes, they will.
Bullshit!
And then speaking of some other teams losing Champions League potential, Tottenham Spurs losing to Aston Villa.
Lost to Villa.
Yeah. Oof.
It's pretty bad.
But I mean, we don't really need to talk about that because everyone and their mother can agree Tottenham are shite.
I hate everything and everyone that has to do with Tottenham.
Of course. And how about you guys barely scraping by with a 1-0 win?
It was a tough game. I don't know. It was actually a really good game.
Arsenal
I don't know if you watched
making
it or not, but
I mean, I did not because
Ramsey scored early
Arsenal
on.
blows.
And it was a great game.
Yes.
We did scrape by because Burnley did have good chances, but thankfully they're Burnley and they can't
Burnley, listen,
very well.
They should enjoy their Premier League time while it lasts. Enjoy it. It'll be sad, cold, and boring in the championship. But who knows? Maybe they can stay if they go clutch and do that. Yes. Now, going on to Chelsea, why don't we bring in our two very delightful... The show was going so nicely.
Till now.
Poor us.
We may be special needs, but all we need to count to is one.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, yeah?
Right?
I do.
That's good.
Well, guys, why don't we talk about
ever.
Your guys' very, very lucky game against the Queen's Park Raisins?
We played like Queen's Park Raisins played, and that's not good.
I wouldn't really call it lucky. I would just call it brilliance. Lure them into a false sense of security.
Full of it.
False sense of security to strike at the last minute. With our boy Cesc Fabregas, who, by the way,
I don't like bringing them.
Kissed the kit for the first time this season.
Must have been bad for Arsenal fans to witness Fabregas
Piers Morgan, I'm talking to you.
scoring that beautiful winning goal. Must have hurt.
Did it
Because,
burn?
you know what makes me laugh? Arsenal still think they're going to win the league.
I just really hope it
That ain't
burned
none
when
of my business,
Frank
though.
Lampard equalized against you guys when you played Man City. That was a great equalizer.
That was a long.
were
It
sad,
was.
and
No,
it was
no, it was
pretty
a long
funny.
time ago, but hey, you know what? The points what matters, and
They're kind of
we are still sitting 7
fourth?
points clear. So it's all good.
They're kind of on the verge of not making the Champions League now, aren't they? Shout out Clichy,
Well,
saying that they can easily catch us and that we're not that great of a team.
They did make it by. In fact, all 3 teams won. But why don't we talk about the great game, Liverpool-Newcastle?
Great.
Liverpool winning,
Compared to what?
fortunately beating Newcastle. But some wanker who happens to be the wanker of the week had to
Well,
come
actually,
out
I
of
just
that.
want to, before we get into Wank of the Week, I actually just want to say what a great goal by Sterling. Very quick feet
Yes.
and a great finish.
Question.
And be very happy to see him do the same thing at Stamford Bridge next year when he signs for Chelsea in
He'll
the
be
off
gone in no
season.
time.
He'll be gone like that. Quick question. That goal, was it worth 100,000 quid a week?
Well, Liverpool can't afford it even if
Yeah.
it was, so
So-
it's okay.
When
Broke.
Sterling stays at Liverpool next year, we're not going to have this discussion.
Literally
But anyway,
all
going
I'm
back to what
hearing-
you were saying, Wank of the Week. We were having a conversation earlier about it and couldn't quite decide. So I think I'd like to give it to 2 lots of people. Number one, the QPR fans for throwing coins at the very talented Chelsea team, and bottles and lighters and whatever. We understand QPR. You'll be in the championship next year, so goodbye. And secondly, for a really, really nasty tackle today, Sissoko of Newcastle, who got a red card for a really bad challenge on Lucas.
Oh, it was terrible.
So-
He almost broke his leg.
Our wank of the week is Sissoko
Sissoko.
Newcastle.
Yes.
Now that tackle, I reminisced of a time about halfway through the season when Nemanja Matic received a 3-match ban for retaliation for a tackle that looked identical to that one in nature.
Yeah, but
Did you think
Matic,
so?
Matic is,
But
is a
the
piece
player-
of trash.
Probably.
Okay, well, that's all we have for this evening. I'm Connor.
And I'm Wyatt.
I'm Grant.
I'm Andrew.
Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Keep the blue flag flying high,
Go f- yourself.
up in the sky.